The BBB Wise Giving Alliance released a report this week about sexual harassment and charitable organizations. Joining us this morning is Roseanne Freitas, Hawaii Marketplace Manager with the Better Business Bureau Northwest and Pacific, to discuss the findings. Good morning, Roseanne.
Good morning, Christine. Sorry, Kelly.
It's okay. It's not normally me this early in the morning. So happy to get to talk to you. All right. Now, what exactly did the data show about awareness of sexual harassment in the charitable sector?
So this was an interesting study because nobody really has looked at it. So what they did find, though, was that up to 50% of U.S. respondents felt that sexual harassment could be a problem in the charitable sector. But while they thought it could be a problem, the interesting stat was that only 23% of the survey takers had heard about sexual harassment at charities. The flip side of that, though, was that 52% of employees of charities were aware of the issue. So obviously, it's there, but not maybe known as much. So participants noted that they really thought there was more sexual harassment in business, government, and houses of worship.
Interesting. Now, what are the effects on an organization when donors do learn of sexual harassment problems?
Well, it starts to erode trust. And that, once it starts to erode trust, that impacts everything about a charity and especially its donations. So 22% of donors had said they would actually stop contributing to the charity. Now, that wasn't a number that included houses of worship. That was they had a separate number. And while 22% said they would reduce their donations or would completely stop, 17% they said they would actually reduce those donations. For those who just stopped or reduced their donations, they said they wouldn't donate to any other charity. So we talked a little bit about houses of worship. 26% of their donors said that they would not donate at all. So there was a bigger issue, a little bit more for houses of worship versus charities. But the big one there was that the older generation was more likely to discontinue contributing at all.
Okay. And what do the donators think that charities should be doing to prepare and react to sexual harassment charges? What did the findings show?
So the findings were pretty good on exactly what I think we would recommend, and that is that they would want to conduct an internal investigation, look at the details and figure out what's going on. They need to have and enforce a sexual harassment policy, and they probably want to hire a third party to review any incident and report that to the charity board. The key there is going to be transparency, because once it starts to erode trust, you need to be transparent and honest what's going on to help rebuild.
Okay, and for those who do want to learn more about the charities that they're donating to, where can they go?
So to determine whether a charity is accountable and trustworthy, go to the BBB Wise Giving Alliance, which is www.give.org, and check them out.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Roseanne, for joining us this morning to discuss the findings.
Thank you, Kelly.
All right, and of course, you can always find more information on their website as well for the BBB.